Get ready with me for a photo shoot with Mom, and while I'm doing my makeup, I'm going to answer some of our most frequently asked questions. Definitely one of the most asked questions that I get is how old Mom is, and she is 58. Her birthday's on July 10th, so she's almost 59. And Mom was in her mid to late 40s when she first started to develop signs of dementia, and the earliest case of dementia, of FTD specifically, that I've heard of was in a 29-year-old woman, and I'm currently 28, so a lot of people also ask if I'm nervous about getting dementia myself, and that is a semi-complicated question. Okay, I skipped a bunch of steps because I've tried to explain this like 50 times, but basically you can get dementia at pretty much any age, and I can't explain this very well because I've never been super good at science, but I'm gonna try. So within FTD specifically, there are genetic forms and non-genetic forms, which are called sporadic forms of FTD. And in genetic families, you'll see FTD symptoms in a lot of different members of the family at different points in their life. So, for example, you'll see it in your grandpa, your mom, your uncle, your brother. Many different people will develop FTD at some point. And with my mom and her family, there haven't been any other cases of FTD. Hers was very random and the cause is just unknown, so that's a sporadic case. Of course, you can't be 100% sure without doing some sort of genetic testing, and a lot of FTD and dementia diagnosis is based on best guess because you can't be certain on anything until you're able to physically look at the brain after death. So all of that being said, I understand that my genetic risk is probably not very high, but I still try to be as preventative as possible. It is obviously something that I still worry about a little bit. That's a big part of the reason why I went vegan and why I continue to be vegan, because it's really good for your brain health and for your overall health. And if you are a scientist and you want to stitch this video and correct me on any of this, feel free to go ahead and do so. And lastly, was my mom always a big music person? Surprisingly, she was more of a radio person. Every day when she would pick me up from school, she was listening to the radio, which is maybe why I love podcasts so much, and definitely why I love true crime so much, because of her.